Hey guys, welcome back to my... Am I even sat at the middle? Okay, that's better. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl, Torianyeche. Guys, if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always supporting my YouTube journey. Thanks for liking my video. Thanks for also watching. Anyways guys, so today I have this bad boy here. You can see from my thumbnail, guys, I've had this in my possession for over 2 weeks or more. So I got the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. Hey. Anyways guys, I'm gonna tell you how I got this camera. Prior to this guys, I used to have the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II and it just stopped working. I don't know why. So I was in contact with Sony. We had like trios of conversation. I called them via the phone. I sent them series of emails and they were so kind. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm going to rate their customer service or their support team an 8 because their response was so swift. They understood the essence of customer service. They listened to my complaints and they saw reasons why I needed a refund. And so after the back and forth conversation with them, they escalated the matter because prior to this, when the camera first got faulty, I'm talking about my Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, it first got faulty and I sent it for repairs. They sent it back to me and I noticed some new complaints that wasn't there when I initially sent the camera for repairs, and they sent it back to me. I sent it back to them again. So I sent it for just one repair, and when the camera was with them for the second time, I told them, you know what, I don't want this camera again because I didn't get this camera from eBay. I didn't get this camera fairly used. I didn't get this camera from Facebook Market. So I got it directly from your store, brand new. So why am I getting new faults every day? After conversing with them and they understood me, they actually saw lights to what I was talking about, and they were like, okay, it's fine, we're going to refund your money. So I think I got this camera. I don't want to talk about my eyes, but so they finally refunded my money and I was like, you know what, I don't want to get the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II again. So I got the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. So I got a better brand, and so let's do the unboxing. I think I've actually yapped a lot. I'm gonna poke and I'm gonna open this. Oh my god, I can't wait to see how this looks inside. Why is it so difficult to open? Alright, I've got another sheet and here is the bad boy. Oh my days. First off, let's take a look at the box. Sony packaging is always, and it's usually clean and minimal, so no extra shenanigans. It's just so cute, sleek, and black and white as usual. I'm going to So this is the first stuff. When you open the box, you see the manual, the warranty info. Honestly, like I said in my previous video, which I might likely not read because who's got the time to have or to read all of this. And also I've got the delivery notes as well. I've got the manuals and everything. The next item in this box is the strap. This wasn't included in my ZV-E10 Mark II, but actually included in this package, which I like, so thank you Sony for that. I also have the battery. I'm sure this is the battery. This is different from the ZV-E10 Mark II as well. This is the NPFW50 model. I did few reviews and I saw that this actually lasts longer, so I don't have to have so many batteries. Getting my previous camera rather, I had 6 batteries, but I think I'm just going to get 1 or 2 so I can just have 3 batteries because I want to vlog more. This is actually better. It's weightier than the previous one, and I think this has a longer life battery span as well. The battery usually comes partially charged, but it's best to fully charge it before the first use. In my case though, it showed up completely dead and I thought Sony had sent me a faulty camera. So yeah, I eventually got it powered up. It's a decent battery but not super amazing. Anyways, I just purchased 2 extras, so I've got 3 batteries now. Yeah, also have the mic windscreen. So here's the mic windscreen. I call this the sunscreen. So it's actually fluffy gray in color and it actually just fits over the top mic on the camera. Basically, this helps to cut out wind noise when shooting outdoors, so your audio stays clean and your voice doesn't sound like you're in a hurricane. So we're gonna unbox the bad boy now, you know. And as usual, you're gonna see the camera before I do. Oh my god, this feels so compact and lightweighted. It's so sturdy. The grip is nice and it's deep. Compared to the previous camera I had, there wasn't a proper grip. I really like that the screen feels familiar. Yeah, it's similar to the one I had before. It's super flexible and it can twist both ways, which is great, and I actually love it, you know. On top of the camera, we've got some handy function buttons for photos, videos, and even slow motion. What I love is that unlike my previous camera, you won't accidentally just shoot in slow motion and find out way too late. That used to really annoy me. So there's a circular button that boosts screen brightness, which is super useful when filming in low light. And of course, we have the record button plus the on and off slider, which I actually think is a nice touch on this camera. I actually love this. I love how the camera is built. I think this strap goes into this pot here, which I'm going to sort that out soonest. There's something really special about this camera. It's my second ever and I'm genuinely fascinated by it. So the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, it has an inbuilt charging port, which is a huge setup from my previous camera. I didn't have to wait for a charger to arrive because Sony sent me a flat battery, so I could just plug it in and power it up straight away. So it also has an HDMI port and a mic input. One detail I really appreciate is that the SD card slot is separate from the battery compartment, which I really do love, honestly, because my previous camera both were in the same compartment. Honestly, yeah, it seems small, but for me this is such a big upgrade. Seeing how this camera is built, it just makes me love it even more. The battery stays at the bottom and the memory card stays at the side. So this is so beautiful. I really love this camera. Oh my day. I'm going to power this bad boy on. Should we name this camera though? Because my last camera, I named her. Maybe because the name wasn't suitable, that's why it got faulty. I'm gonna think before I name this camera. I'm not just going to give it a name right on this video. I'm going to put in the battery now. Yeah, and yeah, let's do that. Ooh, it's so big. After inserting the battery, I quickly realized it was completely flat, but anyways, I powered it up with my iPhone charger and I started the initial setup. The first thing that pops up when you turn the camera on is for you to select a language, and I did select English language. The next thing I had to do was to set my location. I also adjusted the date and time. I've got to say the touchscreen feels smooth. It just feels like butter, I'm not gonna lie. It really adds to the experience. And what's there not to love about the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II? I also purchased this camera with a lens. Getting this lens with the camera is actually recommended, and it does, I don't want to say it works so well, but there's one thing I've noticed that feels like a bit of a con. So when you're shooting, it really zooms in your face compared to my previous camera. Yeah, this one captures less of the background, which I don't like. I've seen other creators mention this too, and a few have switched to lenses that gives them a wider frame. So yeah, that's probably the one thing I'm not crazy about with this setup, but every other thing is a plus. It also has this stuff to protect the lens, which you can just clip in and clip out as well. I will get very familiar with this camera because I know Sony products are quite user-friendly. It's quite easy to set up. I could go back to the manual if I find it difficult. Also, I can watch other creators. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like this video. I will see you up on my next video. Bye. Mwah.
It's your love, baby. She don't want the Gucci, but the booty Fendi. Cause she give me butterflies in my belly. Ooh, Lord. And when she tell me my love is your love, baby. If my wood is running, baby, she gon' save me. Cause she give me butterflies in my belly.